Hey, what's going on, everyone? So, I found this list. It's the best horror movies of 2022 ranked from Barbarian to X. So, I feel like I've saw a pretty good amount of horror movies in 2022, and we're going to go down this list and just talk about them and see if I agree, disagree, and some of my opinions on the ranking. Now, some of these I probably haven't seen, so we're gonna. If I haven't seen them, I'll talk about them. Uh, Kind of give you an idea of what I know. So Fresh, I have not seen, and actually, we're just gonna kind of go through these. The Cursed, I have not seen. Men, I have not seen. Oh my god. Scream, wow. Okay. I haven't really talked about the newest Scream a whole lot because it hasn't really come up in conversation and it hasn't really come up in a lot of my videos because it is very new. But this movie I thoroughly enjoyed. Oh wait, I talked about it in my Scream ranking. Nonetheless, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I really liked that it was based in New York City instead of Woodsboro. That really, I feel like, made it a better movie because, or no, wait, this is the Scream from 2022. Hold on, I'm trying to see here. Here's screen time, Sharp Young cast, twist runnings by revisiting some of the franchise Scream. So I don't know what they're talking about here. If it's this has got to be the Scream from the first one with Jenna Ortega, not the second one. So this is Scream 5. Scream 5 was good. I like that they brought in new characters with some sort of interwoven like reasons as to why they're in these movies, and overall really really good. I think this because Jenna Ortega has been in a lot of horror in the past 2 years alone. She was in Scream X, uh Scream 6, Wednesday if you sort of count that. So she's been in a lot in the past year and a half, 2 years. And I feel like she does a great job. But yeah, moving on. Speak No Evil, I have not seen. I don't even know if I heard of this. Let me see. A comedy of manners turns into New Year's bleakest vision as two families. Oh, I did hear things about this because it is Danish, but I can't really say much on it. I've heard good things though. Number 9, X. Now X, I really really enjoyed. Me and my dad watched it together. I liked it a lot. My dad was sort of on the fence about it. I like it because it's a huge homage to early 70s horror, specifically the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has a big influence on this movie. I really just really enjoyed it a lot. It was fun. I feel like the plot was a little weak, and I may be saying that because I haven't seen Pearl yet, but the plot I feel like is a little weak, but the entertainment value and the kills and stuff like that I feel like are really well done. Like I said, great homage. The Menu. This was a huge surprise for not only me but for a lot of people in the horror community because it was one of those movies. I believe it came out in like November, or December of 2022. So, and I didn't see any advertisement for it. I think the only advertisement I really seen was like, them pop-ups on your smart TV, where it says, like the menu, watch now. But that's really it. Uh, this movie was really, really good. Very odd, to say the least, but it really, I guess, takes a dig at a certain culture of people, that being foodie type people who like food a lot, specifically fine dining. And then there's the uh, the character that Anya Taylor-Joy plays in the movie, where she's sort of the outcast among these people. And Ray Fiennes, I mean, incredible job portraying the chef that he portrays. But like I said, huge surprise for 2022. Really enjoyed it. Watcher is one that I've heard mixed things about. I need to watch this because it's got Micah Monroe in it. She, as you can see, was in It Follows. She starred in it, and It Follows is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. And yeah, just gotta get around to watch it. The Black Phone was another one of those movies that I believe came out on Netflix. I could be mistaken. I think it came out on Netflix. Short story by Joe Hill. If you don't know who Joe Hill is, it's Stephen King's son, who is also an author and a horror author at that. I do apologize. My window is opened. And some trucks like to go by pretty fast. But The Black Phone was good. I really enjoyed that it was based in the 70s. I always like period-based movies. My favorite period for movies are the 70s and 80s, specifically. Any other period is kind of whatever, but the 70s and 80s I feel like are pinnacle when it comes to not only horror, but film, TV, stuff like that in general. And The Black Phone was pretty well done, I'd say. Not my favorite of 2022, but it was good. Resurrection, heard good things about it. Rebecca Hall is great. That's all I can really say because I haven't seen it. Nope. This is Jordan Peele's third film. And I do have to say, this... So, Jordan Peele likes to do things his own way, and I respect that a lot. Get Out was a major success. Us, I feel like for me personally, didn't necessarily hit the right tones. And then Nope sort of swooped back in and gave originality to the horror screen. And I really respect that about this film. It's really well done. I like that there's a bit of a twist, if you will, at the end that you don't really expect. But all I can say is you go into this movie thinking it's one thing and you come out realizing that it's a completely different thing. That's all I can really say if you haven't seen it. Moving on. Barbarian. Okay, Barbarian is a movie that is Barbarian was made in a way where it could be two films, and that's what it feels like. It feels like two films sort of interwoven into one. The beginning of the movie is a huge red herring throughout it. I like the tension that it builds and stuff like that. The second half with Justin Long, I feel like is really well done, and it really ties together perfectly. And this, I would say personally, for 2022 is the most original film of 2022. I'd say between that and Nope. But if you haven't seen Barbarian, you need to check it out. Crimes of the Future, which I have never heard of. Ooh, David Cronenberg too. And it's a body horror. Okay. Looks like it's Kristen Stewart, David Cronenberg. I'm in, hands down. I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out. Number 1, Bones and All. Okay, so this one I haven't seen as well, but I have heard things about this. This movie seems very, very interesting. I've heard some people got grossed out by it. Me, I don't know if I would, but I've heard it's a really, really weird movie. And I'm gonna have to watch it. So, I'd say Crimes of the Future is the one that I'm probably gonna put at the top of my list to watch next because it's Cronenberg. And if you know anything about Cronenberg, when it comes to body horror, he never disappoints. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just me sort of talking about random movies and stuff like that. And I think that's the kind of videos I like doing. It's just going through these lists, kind of analyzing, kind of talking about these films that I have seen, these films that I haven't seen, and just sort of giving my honest opinion and unbiased opinion about them. And if you really did enjoy this video, consider subscribing. It's 100% free, and you can unsubscribe at any time that you'd like. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.